What's up, folks? It's Dan here from BeAGameCharacter.com, where we turn games into gains, and today we are talking about dumbbell exercises for big arms, specifically big upper arms. If you're looking to build lower arm size and strength, I have a great dumbbell grip workout that I have already posted here on the channel. I'll link it at the end of this video. But today we are concerning ourselves just with the upper arms, between your shoulders and your elbows, all right? Before we get into the actual exercises, we're going to talk a little bit about theory. First off, you have two major muscles that we're dealing with here. You have your bicep, okay, your bicep, and your tricep on the back side right here. Of these two, even though everybody thinks about the biceps when they think about arms, all right, your triceps are actually larger than your biceps are, okay? It's a larger muscle. It's got 3 insertion points, hence the name tricep, instead of 2 insertion points, bicep. And so, if you're looking to build overall mass in large-looking arms, and not just ones that look good when you flex like this, you need to make sure that you pay as much or more attention to your triceps back here than you do to your biceps up here. So, with that said, we're also going to work biceps, obviously, and this exercise routine, as I mentioned, is going to be entirely dumbbell-based. If you don't have dumbbells available, that's fine. I'm planning on doing a bodyweight version of this as well. Should go live a couple of days after this. But for right now, we're going to talk just about dumbbells, and just specifically because dumbbells are better at isolating specific muscle groups. So if we want to hit just one group of muscles and stimulate in a specific way, dumbbells are best for that. For biceps and barbell work, you're working almost entirely with compound exercises, which are great, but if you have a tendency to compensate with other muscles, like if you're doing a bench press with a barbell and you have a very strong chest, your triceps may lag a little bit, okay? If you're doing something like a pull-up or something like that, there are ways that your body can compensate using your back and other muscles to make sure that your biceps don't get the work that they should be getting. So by being able to isolate with the dumbbells, you can work the muscles a little bit better because you can target that specific muscle set. Also, worth noting, extension is more important than the weight that you're moving. What do I mean by that? I mean, we're going to move on to bicep curls. We'll talk about this with every single exercise. When you're doing a bicep curl, okay, if say your dumbbell is 40 pounds, you're able to curl 40 pounds, but you're only able to do it if you go down to here, you're wasting your time. It's better to lift 20 pounds that you can go all the way down and all the way back for, than to lift 40 pounds that you have to go here and stop in order to get weight back up again. So for isolation work like this, for both your triceps and your biceps, you want to make sure that you're getting full extension. And this is where stuff like preacher curl benches and stuff like that come in handy. However, I'm trying to do like a minimal equipment barbell, dumbbell-based workout. So because of that, we're going to work just with the dumbbells and the bench, which I'm going to bring over here as well. But you can use other variations of these exercises if you have the equipment for them, like a cable machine or a preacher curl bench or whatever. So we're going to start on bicep exercises, and we're going to start with what I just mentioned, the bicep curl. So when you're doing a bicep curl, first thing you want to do is, for traditional bicep curl, you're going to have your palms turned out, okay? And you're going to have your arms straight at your side, and you're going to make sure that you're staying upright with proper posture. Because, again, the urge to cheat, to move more weight, is very, very strong, particularly in bicep curls. The urge to do this as you curl up and use your back to move the weights, very, very strong. Make sure you resist that, okay? There are a few rare cases where that's useful, i.e. like if you do this to get the weight up high, and then you try and do a hold extension back down for your eccentric portion, but we're not working that today. We're just working straight bicep curls. So on bicep curls, what you can do is you can either alternate, go one and then the other, or you can do both at the same time. I find personally that I like to do both at the same time when I'm doing my bicep curls and focus on keeping that back nice and straight and upright, because if I alternate, I have a tendency, see how I'm swaying like this? If you're swaying your upper body into your motions, you're kind of cheating, okay? Let's show from the side as well. Notice my arms are fully extended, all right? I come all the way up and all the way back down again, curling all the way and feeling that full extension. And when you're doing isolation work like this, it's better to go fast on the concentric and then slow on the eccentric motion, okay? So you should be curling up fast and then control back down. Up fast and then control back down again. And you want to make sure that you get that full extension every time. Now, as far as how much weight, remember I talked about it's better to have low weight that you can do the full extension on than high weight that you can't extend on. For all of these exercises, basically if you're looking for muscle growth, you're looking to do usually 3 to 5 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. 5 sets is usually a little high, but if you're doing towards the 8 end of the spectrum, that's fine, get your volume in. If you're able to do 5 sets of 12 at whatever weight that you're at, it's probably time to go a little heavier. Generally speaking, I use either 3 sets of 12, all right, so that's 36 reps total, or 4 sets of 8, which again, you guessed it, very close. So you're getting above 30 for either of those. For heavier weight, 4 sets of 8 might be a little easier for you. For lighter weight, 3 sets of 12 might do better. Anywhere in between there. Generally speaking, if you get above 30 repetitions, you're set. If you're getting above 50 reps with the weight that you're at, your weight's probably too light, unless you're doing like a billion sets, which would be silly. So 3 to 5 sets, 8 to 12 repetitions per set, whatever weight you've got that's going to make you, work at it. So again, the first exercise was the bicep curls. Now we're going to move on to our next exercise, which we're going to get our bench for. So the next thing we're going to work on are dumbbell skull crushers. Now a lot of people get these wrong, okay? They hear the name skull crusher and they think that means they should be bringing the weight down onto their forehead. And that's incorrect and also unsafe, okay? If you're doing skull crushers either with dumbbells or a barbell, you can do it with a barbell too, okay? What you want to do is you're going to lay back and you want to get yourself set on the bench, and you want to start with your upper arms at almost a 45-degree angle. Notice how my arms are not straight up like this, okay? I want to start at almost a 45-degree angle here, okay? And curl down like this, and look at how far my upper arms go. These dumbbells actually go past my head. From here, I extend up like this and come up on the angle. This is for a couple of reasons. First off, you're fighting gravity the whole time now. If you come here, once you get to this point, you're no longer fighting gravity, really, all right? You're almost over your arms, you're basically straightening them up and just kind of locking the elbows out. When you come here and you have your arms past your head, you are fighting gravity the whole time, and you're making sure you're using your triceps the whole time. You don't get quite the same range of motion. However, you do get more time under tension, which is what we're really looking for there. And you just want to press up and down and keep that 45-degree right there. Other reason we do it like this is for safety reasons. If for whatever reason my grip messes up and I go, ugh, I'm not dropping a weight on my face, okay? So, tricep is going to be, since it's a larger muscle, we want to make sure that we hit it different ways. That's going to be the first way that we hit our tricep. We're going to go from another angle of attack for our next exercise. But the idea there, again, is you want time under tension the whole time. Just like with the biceps, we want to have 3 to 5 sets, 8 to 12 repetitions, and if you're able to move, 12 reps for any number of sets, it's probably time to move your weight up a little bit, assuming you're not cheating your motions. So, on to the next exercise. For our next exercise, we're going to give our triceps a little bit of a break, and we're going to go back to our biceps again, this time with an incline bench. We're going to lay back on the incline bench, all right, and we're going to let our arms come low, and we're going to turn, and we're going to do incline hammer curls, okay? And you notice here, because of this motion, my arms are able to go back a little bit behind my body here. They're not straight in line like they are with the biceps. And because I've turned in the hammer curl position, I'm not going to have to bring the dumbbells out to the side and potentially run into things. So you get a little bit different range of motion on this, and you focus a little more on the biceps. You might find you need to go with a lighter weight on these than standard bicep curls, or the fact that it's a hammer curl might make life a little easier for you, depending on what your existing strength already is. So we're here, we have that full extension, we're just going to curl up and back down again, like so. And by laying back on the bench, we're also keeping our upper body immobilized, so even if we were doing our best on the original bicep curls, we still might have been cheating a little bit. This is going to keep us from cheating entirely, all right? This is going to make sure that you don't use your upper body at all except for your biceps. And by having the hammer curls, we're coming up, we've got a little bit better range of motion past the body to take advantage of that full extension that we have there. Just as before, 3 to 5 sets, 8 to 12 reps. You're going to get tired of me keep saying that by the time we're done here, but hopefully it gets into your head. For our final exercise, we're going to hit the triceps again, okay? And on this one, we're not going to use our bench. We're going to be doing a behind the neck tricep press, okay? So for this, what you're going to do is you're going to get your hands around your dumbbell like so, okay? And you're going to get, see how my thumbs interlock behind here, right behind the dumbbell? I don't know if you guys can see that or not, all right? You just kind of palm the weight in your hands like this. Your elbows up as high as you can, and then without looking up, because you don't want to look up like this because you're running the back of your head, you're going to press up and back down again. You're going to get that full extension every time, up and down. And as you're doing these, all right, you want to make sure that you let the weight come all the way down and hang before you do the next set. If you're coming here, that's not full extension, okay? You bring it all the way down and then all the way back up again. Remember, we're already trying to go a little slower on our descent than on our ascent as it is. So we get time to focus on that as we're doing this. You're going to push up, and then you're going to slowly lower it back down until you're fully loaded again, and then drive it back up again. So those are going to try to kind of be your tricep burnout, like your incline bench was kind of your bicep burnout, all right? And that's it. That's 4 exercises. Really super easy to tag into any workout if you really want to focus a little more on your arm development. And I would do these probably, I would say maybe on the same day that I'm bench pressing, since I'm already working the triceps a little bit through the bench press. All right, this is a great burnout set for after whatever kind of bench and chest thing that you're doing. You can also do it on another day, like maybe a day that you're not working your arms at all, like leg day or something like that, but you have to keep in mind that it's working some of the same muscles that you're going to use on, say, like a chest day, or even potentially like if you're doing like a push-pull split, you might be working your biceps a bit. So you got to keep in mind recovery time if you're going to start doing this on an off day. I would personally tag it in, since you don't have to go super heavy on the weights. I would tag it into a day that I'm already working most of these muscle groups so they get the same amount of time to kind of recover before the next workout. So that's it. Thanks for watching. As always, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome. Bye-bye.
Listen.